Talk here to Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. That's the name of your company, the AC guy of Tampa Bay?
Yeah, that's correct, Ian. When we named the company, I was thinking I wanted to make it something that everybody could remember, and it's pretty easy.
Pretty straightforward.
You can.
AC guy of Tampa Bay, that's pretty darn easy. How long has this business been around?
We established the business in 2009, actually right in the middle of the recession. I had been working for some other companies, and with the economy going down, I actually decided it was a good time when most people thought it wasn't a good time to kick off a business. We decided to do it and got it going.
Well, air conditioning in Florida, is it recession proof?
Probably.
You still need your AC.
Yeah, you gotta have it. Actually, in the middle of recession, air conditioning doesn't go away. People still need it. So it was the kind of business that, you got to have it.
Period.
Can't live without it.
Now, let's talk to Gregg Bowman from Bowman or Bowman?
Bowman.
Yeah. Like Scotty?
Yeah.
Are you related to Scotty?
No.
You wish you were related to Scotty. You get some good tickets, that's for sure. The AC guy of Tampa Bay. Now, we were talking during the break about heat versus humidity. Everybody always talks about Arizona having dry heat. We do not have dry heat here in the Bay Area. We have a whole lot of humidity.
Correct.
How does humidity affect the air conditioning as compared to just straight up heat?
It really has a huge impact. My wife and I were actually at dinner the other night, and she was telling me that she prefers to go to the gym in the evening because the gym she goes to is one of those 24-hour gyms. She said it's a whole lot more comfortable at night than when she goes in the morning. And she's like, I don't understand that. It's a 24-hour gym. Why does it feel more comfortable at night? And it's really humidity is what that difference is. It doesn't have anything to do with temperature. It's because in the evening, because the air conditioner has been running all afternoon because it's hot outside, it's really pulling a lot of moisture out of the air. So in the evening, the humidity levels in the gym are lower. She doesn't sweat as much. She's more comfortable. Early in the morning, the units have been pretty much off all night. The humidity has built up in the gym. She sweats a lot more. So humidity really can affect your comfort level in your home. The same thing can happen in a home. Sometimes in the morning it might feel less comfortable in your home than it does in the evening. People mess around with the thermostat to adjust that, and it's really not the temperature that they're dealing with. It's the humidity. And we have a huge problem with that, because our humidities here are typically 60, 70, 80% all the time outside, 100%.
Is it higher anywhere else?
South Florida might be a little bit more.
But, I don't know. I've been to Miami. I'm telling you, the humidity is worse here than it was in Miami. It was pretty darn bad. Now, does your air conditioning sense humidity though? It pumps harder with humidity.
Well, traditionally no. The traditional air conditioner is centered around a thermostat, simply temperature control. Newer air conditioners, though, are really designed to do a better job at dehumidification. There are thermostats available now that will measure both and adjust the air conditioner performance to compensate for better humidity removal. There are new air conditioners out now that they have what's called an inverter in them. It's a lot like a dimmer switch. If you think about a light bulb, your traditional air conditioner is like a light that you turn on or you turn off. Some newer air conditioners now with the inverters in them are like a dimmer switch. They start from 0, go all the way up to 100%, all the way back down. So they can modulate when it's not as hot out, but the humidity's still high. They can slow down and really suck the moisture out. So there are some options of things that can be done to eliminate that.
They should just follow me around and see how much I'm sweating, because I'm pretty a very good gauge at how much humidity is out there. When you talk about AC companies, there's a lot of them out there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of them out there. I hear a lot of them advertising. I mean, how do you stay up with the Joneses in Florida?
Well, our business model has we've done a little bit of advertising, but a lot of our business has come word of mouth. I believe that you take good care of your clients, and they're going to take care of you, and that has been our motto from the beginning, and it has really paid off. We probably get 80-90% of our business through word of mouth. Now, we have grown to the point now that we do have to do a little more advertising. As you get bigger, you do. But yes, you're right. There are 400 to 500 air conditioning companies.
400 to 500.
Yes.
And probably growing every day, I would think.
Yeah. Now, the large part of those will start up and go out of business within a short period of time.
That makes sense.
But yes, there are a lot of air conditioning.
Like restaurants. There's a lot of restaurants that open and close, and there are probably as many that are coming in as going out, just at the same rate. That's for sure. What do you guys do at the AC Guy of Tampa Bay when people are pricing ACs out? Do you guys have specific systems that you guys use? I mean, all the companies use pretty much the same materials and the same systems?
Well, there are a number of different brands, of systems that are available. If we were having this conversation 20 years ago, I would have told you, oh, yeah, you got to stay with this brand or this brand. Or today, in all honesty, there are about a half dozen manufacturers, and they all use the same parts pretty much. Brand, I think, has kind of gone away. The bigger deal now is the warranty that they're going to provide, whatever the brand's going to provide. And the warranty that the company is going to provide that's putting it in for you. The bigger deal is going to be what is the company that's installing it, and are they going to do the job right? That's going to have a bigger impact on what kind of product you're going to get rather than a specific brand.
Now, Gregg, for you, when we're talking about new AC systems, you brought something up as far as warranties go. Okay, is there an average length of warranty? Do you give people choices of warranties? How does that work exactly?
Well, there's a couple of different things. Warranties are usually manufacturer provided, and they have gotten better. When I first started in this industry, a typical warranty was maybe 5 years on the compressor, 1 year all other parts. Pretty much across the board today, 10 years on all parts. Now, a lot of your brands now are actually starting to throw in labor warranties as well, and you can get 10-year parts and labor now on a lot of systems.
Wow.
Some even 12-year parts and labor, and some are actually including lifetime compressor warranties now. So warranties have come up, definitely. The second part of that equation is the guarantees. That's the company that's putting it in. What are they offering you? How are they going to stand behind the product that they put in? It's great if you get a product with a 10-year warranty on it, but if the warranty has conditions that weren't met by the installing contractor, you might not have a warranty. So what kind of guarantees are there from the installing contractor? That's the other side of the equation to consider.
Now, I was just talking to some friends the other day about technology and equipment in general. For instance, a television. Like, I have a plasma screen that's on my wall that I've had for 12 to 15 years, maybe. I paid $10,000 for that thing.
Right.
Now you can get a television for $300.
Right.
But they don't make things like they used to.
Correct.
Do you find they're making compressors better than they used to? Because it sounds like the warranties are getting better.
The interesting side of it is the warranties are getting better, but I don't think the quality is better.
Yeah,
The quality was better years ago, definitely. And when I started in this industry, a typical air conditioner, 15, 20, 25, 30 years was the typical life. I pulled one out one time that was 49 years old.
An air conditioner that's 49 years old?
It was 49 years old.
And not replaced?
It had not been replaced in 49
How's
years.
How's that possible?
Yeah. Well, it hadn't been running for about 5 years, so it was really only like 44 years old. But yeah, you can't even consider that today.
No,
it won't
no
happen.
way.
Average life of a system today is 10 to 12 years. So now the other thing, with most of your manufacturer's warranties that they're providing is it's to the original homeowner. So if the home gets sold, the manufacturer warranty kind of goes away. They're kind of counting on that, I think, when they're offering that today. But definitely, products don't last like they used to.
Not even close. You just can't make things the same. Gregg Bowman here from the AC Guy of Tampa Bay. Talk to us a little bit about filtration. Okay, so I have an office and I have all these different vents all over the place, and you're supposed to replace them on an average, on a consistent basis. How important is all that filtration? We're talking about to the efficiency of the AC unit.
Yeah, it's very important, and it's a very confusing issue for most consumers when they go to Home Depot or Lowe's or the grocery store, wherever they're going to buy filters at. There are dozens of options of what you can put in. Now we're particularly talking about those 1-inch filters. There are some other options out there, but particularly in the 1-inch filters, which most homeowners have in the grills like you're talking about, you can find filters from a few dollars to $30 or $40 a piece. And the marketing on those filters tends to make you believe that, hey, if I buy that $30 filter, it's going to make things better. You got to use a little caution there. The $30 filter is great if your system can handle it. The problem is most of those filters add a lot of pressure drop to the system and can actually cause the air conditioner to work less efficiently, actually can cause damage to the system. So My personal recommendation is an $8 to $10 filter, unless you've talked to a pro and somebody who's looked at your system and says, yes, your system can handle a more restrictive filter, but don't overspend on the filters you're putting in.
So an expensive filter can mess up your system.
Correct. Yeah, I know.
That's not good.
Yeah, well, it's the marketing is to sell you that filter that's real good at removing dust and everything like that. But the way it gets real good at removing dust is it restricts the airflow through smaller and smaller holes in that filter. If your system is designed to handle that, no problem. You can use a filter like that. But unfortunately, probably 3 out of 4 homes in Florida systems are not designed to handle that kind of filter. So you go to Lowe's or Home Depot, buy that kind of filter, stick it in your system. You'll actually probably see your energy bills climb and can actually damage your system. So, I would recommend staying away from that until you've talked to a technician and somebody who's looked at your system and says, yes, you can put a high-end filter in.
What? That's backwards. That's like a Rolex making your wrist green. My wrist got green by a Rolex watch. Doesn't make any darn sense. Once again, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. January compared to July. Money-wise, how do you compare as an AC company? How does the money differ? Because July, you got to be just slammed with people's ACs going down and breaking down with all this heat, because we're breaking records this year. I'm just telling you that, because I don't know what's happening outside, but it feels like my skin's going to bubble up. It's so hot. And in January, I think we had an okay winter. I mean, it's very comfortable.
Right.
What is your business like comparatively from July to January?
That's one of the things about the air conditioning business. It's very up and down. This time of year, my guys are working 55, 60 hours a week. They look forward to January. They love January when it slows down, and 35, 40 hours is their typical thing. Definitely this time of year we're really busy. One of the side notes of that is, if you're thinking about replacing an air conditioner, we're hungry in January. It's a good time to do it.
Understandable,
Plan ahead for it. Don't wait till July, because nobody discounts in July to get an air conditioner, sale. But in January is when you're going to get your rebates from the manufacturers. It's when the contractor is going to kick in money to just keep the guys working. So, definitely, it's an up and down business.
That's good advice, because in July, do the numbers change in January and July? Of the systems themselves. I mean, does that change?
The costs of the systems?
Yes,
no,
that doesn't change.
No.
Okay.
Now, some manufacturers will rebate money in the off season because they want to see the sales, even out too. But you combine that with a contractor, like our company will do it. We will, when we slow down, we'll start discounting, offering incentives to do it. I look at it as, if we don't have to make money on the job in January, if we can keep the guys working, keep the overhead covered. So, but in July, we're going to get our price because it's that time of year.
Well, I tell you what, you're backwards for the rest of the state, because the rest of the state's dormant in July. Restaurants and everybody's going up north, and everybody's going to the beach, and they're just not in their homes, it seems like. But if you're in your home, your AC is pumping, that's for sure. And even if you're not in your home, you can't turn your AC off. You're not, because once being from Montreal, we didn't have AC. So when it got hot, we were hotter than everybody else. There was you got to go in the basement and hide in the corner, or else you're going to just burn up. And same with the cars. I can't imagine driving around without AC in my car right now. Not in Florida. We'd all be dead out here,